If everything you have ever seen about the serpent in the Bible is wrong and false, what if? What is the truth? The Hebrew word nahas means not only serpent, but also whisperer and enchanter, with deeper meanings recognized in ancient cultures. In Mesopotamian mythology, the god Enki, depicted with serpentine imagery, was the giver of wisdom. In Egypt, the uraeus serpent on the pharaoh's crown symbolized divine protection and power. These serpents were symbols of power, knowledge, and transformation. In the Genesis story, the serpent challenges Eve with questions, sparking her curiosity. It doesn't command or force her, but rather challenges the status quo, prompting her to think. After eating the fruit, Adam and Eve's eyes are opened, gaining new awareness. This signifies a leap in human consciousness. The serpent is not merely a symbol of evil, but of knowledge and awareness, guiding humanity toward enlightenment. Why has its role been vilified so much? Perhaps for narrative simplicity. In many ancient cultures, serpents had dual symbolism, both feared and revered. They represented life and death, creation and destruction. This new perspective presents the serpent as a more complex symbol with profound meanings. The Hebrew word nahas is also linked to terms like shine or illuminate. Some scholars even compare it to celestial and divine imagery. Could the serpent have been depicted as a radiant, otherworldly entity? Ultimately, the serpent plays the role of a challenger, confronting the status quo and offering knowledge to Adam and Eve. This story invites us to reevaluate the serpent's role and significance in religious and cultural narratives. Is the serpent truly a symbol of evil or a harbinger of transformation? This question can only be answered by delving deeper into ancient history and cultures. This reevaluation shows that the serpent symbolizes knowledge and awareness, helping humanity attain a new level of consciousness. This story invites us to reconsider the serpent's role and significance in religious and cultural narratives, teaching us that serpents are complex and diverse symbols with profound and contradictory meanings. This perspective shows that the serpent is not merely a symbol of evil, but of knowledge and awareness, guiding humanity toward enlightenment. The serpent is described as crafty and shrewd, linked to knowledge. It is the serpent, not God, not Adam, not Eve, that initiates the pivotal conversation. The serpent's first line is a question. Did God really say, "You must not eat from any tree in the garden"? This is a challenge to the status quo, prompting Eve to think. Eve responds and clarifies God's command. We may eat fruit from the trees in the garden, but God did say you must not eat fruit from the tree that is in the middle of the garden, and you must not touch it, or you will die. The serpent counters, "You will not surely die." After eating the fruit, Adam and Eve do not immediately die. Instead, their eyes are opened, and they realize they are naked. So, was the serpent lying, or was God's warning about death metaphorical? Perhaps it referred to spiritual death or a shift in their relationship with the divine. Either way, the serpent's claim that their eyes would be opened is absolutely true. They gain the knowledge of good and evil. What is the knowledge of good and evil? Some scholars argue it represents moral awareness, the ability to distinguish between right and wrong. Others suggest it is about autonomy, the power to make independent decisions outside divine control. Either way, it is a monumental moment in human history, and the serpent is the catalyst. God's response to Adam and Eve eating the fruit confirms the serpent's claim. In Genesis 3:22, God says, "The man has now become like one of us, knowing good and evil." If you have enjoyed the video so far, I would appreciate your support by liking the video. The serpent plays a crucial role in changing the power dynamics of the story. By convincing Eve to eat the fruit, it disrupts the perfect order of the Garden of Eden. This is not just about breaking a rule. It is about challenging a system where knowledge and power are centralized in the divine. The serpent's role forces humanity into a new reality of choice and responsibility. Eve carefully evaluates the serpent's words and makes a conscious decision, whereas Adam eats the fruit without question. The serpent is not destroyed but cursed to crawl on its belly and eat dust. This may symbolize the neutralization of the serpent's power while preserving its role in the cosmic order. Early Jewish interpretations viewed the serpent as a humanoid, or even divine being with its own agenda. The Book of Enoch also discusses interactions with supernatural beings and forbidden knowledge. In early Christian interpretations, the serpent was identified as Satan, influenced by dualistic philosophies. In Gnostic traditions, the serpent is seen as a hero revealing truth and enlightenment. In the Book of Numbers, Moses' bronze serpent is a symbol of salvation, reflecting the serpent's duality. Serpents or supernatural beings are a recurring motif in ancient stories, and Genesis fits into this tradition with a unique twist. Instead of guarding the garden, the serpent disrupts it. introducing humanity to knowledge and self-awareness. The serpent questions God's command, introducing the idea of autonomy and leading Adam and Eve to moral discernment. While this act brings consequences like banishment and death, it also marks the beginning of humanity's intellectual and spiritual journey. The serpent's role parallels other biblical figures who challenge divine authority, and its punishment symbolizes the loss of its intermediary power. This narrative shows Genesis is not a simple morality tale, but a story about complex risks and growth. And this is where humanity's true journey begins, where choice, awareness, and moral challenges guide them towards deeper understanding and enlightenment. A story that transforms the serpent from a simple adversary to a catalyst for change, leading humanity on an endless path of exploration and learning. And what could be more fascinating than that?